Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Harvest Moon. In the last episode, we got pretty far. I also got up to 92 material last night, so that was great. I just chopped all the trees that were there. Good God, the old hunter's locked in the cave! Time for hammer. Na 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 na. Gotta save him as soon as possible. Please help my grandpa. It's you. I'm too old now. If something happens to me, look after Eve. Oh, her name's Eve? Grandpa, I'm so glad to see that you're alright. Could have gotten out of there by myself. Grandpa, you scared me to death. Please don't be unreasonable anymore. Come down to the town. So glad you made it. He's a promising young man. Thank you. Wait, what? But it wasn't even dark yet. I'm going to bed now. Good night. Okay. Monday. Have a good day today. I hope so. So essentially what that did was that there's a heart event I was telling you about that can happen. It's different for everyone, but that is Elle's. Or Eve's. Yeah, I want to fish. At this point, we're kind of just fishing, waiting, and all that. I thought it would have already been the end of the season by now, which makes me feel like I could have planted some more potatoes than I did. But hey, if it's one thing that the first season will tell you of the 3 years that this game will be playing out, is that, you know, you don't have to do it perfectly, but there are a lot of things in there to remember. Like, for an example, how many days there are in a month, which I apparently forgot. Yep, I want to fish. Not for boots. But yeah, I wanted to discuss that again, is like, this game is so great at giving you alternate methods to make money and figuring them out and doing all that and really being successful in it. But the other Harvest Moon clones I've noticed, it's like, well, fishing doesn't really give you much. It's not gonna ever surpass farming. And ranching is never even gonna surpass farming. So there's really only one option, and that's farming. Like Harvest Moon Animal Parade is an example. You can play that entire game without ever ranching. It's really sad because ranching is actually overpowered in that game as well as farming, but because farming is just so good by nature of it, and you don't really need to do much, it just completely blows the other options out of the water. Dun, 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 dun. Well, thanks a lot. Fine day. Alright, time to chop wood. Because I want house upgrade, which I have to wonder, is it 15,000 or is it 10,000? I've forgotten at this point. I'm questioning my memory now because of the incident with the how many days are in a season. Which, here's another thing, there's not too many festivals in summer. In fact, I don't think there are any, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. For having interruptions, at least. I'm also gonna have to do an estimate of how many seeds I'm gonna need before I actually buy them. So that I can go in with a relatively already pre-planned seed purchasing shtick, so I don't buy too many or too little. Chop, 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 chop. So long as you go through this area and chop the logs that you see here, you should have enough, from just base stamina to this, when you're going through the motions of waiting for another, season to pass, or to come. You can just go through here, like, once a day, get all of the things, go back, sleep, and start again, and you can get pretty darn close to 500 or 500 just by doing that. You don't even have to go in and out of the area, eat these grapes, chop them, go to the spring, you know, all that. You don't have to do that. Because I went from 20 to 90 in the span of one night, and it wasn't even chopping all of the trees, so... I do want to chop a couple more trees since I did just eat a couple of things. I only like going to bed when the character is, like, at no stamina. Okay, well, that's basically no stamina. I wouldn't be able to chop another tree because, well, he would have fainted the next tree. Let's see how much material we got, because we need 500. We should be at least 150, yep. Puts us at a good spot. Let's go to bed. Yep. So it really is 31st of spring. Good to know. So, the question, though, that I'm gonna have to ask myself is which crop do I get? Do I get the most expensive one that will take longer to grow, or do I get the more, one that grows faster but is cheaper? I think I may grow both. Oh, first fish? I was not expecting that. At least fishing has been giving me consistent money so that I can still make a reasonably good profit and not just not make anything at all, which is good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I want to fish. Apparently the fish don't want to fish. Oh, there's a fish. Man, I got lucky. Should about also be evening time as a result, though. Yep. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 here, so I'm gonna need 2. It's hard because I don't have anything to really... 600 gold. Okay, so this is 1. 2, 3, 4. So each one of these is a set of 4 seeds. This is 8 here. This would be 3. So I'm gonna need a total of 11 seeds. Just to fill those plots. To be perfectly honest, I might do more than that, because that's honestly kind of weak considering the fact of how much we're gonna be doing. So I may get 4 more ready. I'll put it on the bottommost, and then I'll make those the cheapest seeds, because then they'll grow the most, but they'll also be fast enough for me to get to them before the shipping guy shows up. Oh, thanks a lot. Homemade fruit juice, yep. You could at least give me stamina. So there's nothing more we can really do about Eve until Sunday, because that is when the peddler shows up, and he shows up with the blue feather and all that, and that's what you buy. I don't quite remember how much the blue feather is. I want to say it's 1,000, so I'm gonna have to keep at least that much. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to get these rocks back, wherever the other rock went. And we're going to do another set here. Except to be perfectly honest with you, it might be better just to do the set here. Because then I could reach the shipping box faster. I think I might do that. So I'm going to need the hoe and the hammer. Oops. Whack. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 by 4 by, well, 3 by, let's see, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 by, number 4, oops. Oops. 4, 4, 8. Oops. 8, 12. So if there's going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, And then we're going to go down 12. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 11, 12. Okay. Take that out. The last thing you need around your plots that you have as a preset is to, the last thing you need as a preset is to have too many of these things around, these empty plots, because they can really trip you up with your watering. They can also trip you up with, putting in seeds, because you might accidentally be like, well, I have this place, so clearly I need to put stuff here. No, you don't. So we're going to try to clear this up. And this will be the, like, the no, don't go here point. So I remember that. So we're going to need a lot of seeds, essentially. And actually, after deliberation, I think I'm just going to buy the long-growing seeds. Because to be honest, I'm going to need as much profit as I possibly can, and that's probably going to be the best that I can get, is corn. Well, I'm going to be ending this episode off early, just because there's going to be a whole lot we're going to be doing in the next episode. So I'll see you guys then.